Hello and welcome to the Quest for Jank. Today we have the Legend of the Crystal Beast structure deck. Alright, so let's get to the opening. So here we've got the paper play mat detailing the boss monster, which is the Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive. It's the new fusion monster that comes with the structure deck, we'll see in shortly. It's pretty cool. Right, so here we go. Starting with the Rainbow Dragon on the top. So our first ultra rare is the Rainbow Dragon. So this is the sort of main ultimate crystal monster that you want to be summoning. To summon it you have to have 7 crystal beast monsters in the graveyard or on the field. Once it's summoned it will allow you to go into the fusion monster. That fusion monster that you go into will allow you to then get into this when you banish 7 other crystal beast monsters from your hand or grave. So this is the new Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive. It's got quite a lot of text. Most of that reads that this card can gain 7,000 attack, so it can become a large monster. But if you don't use it to attack, you can actually banish it, shuffle all the cards on the field into the deck, and then special summon as many crystal beast monsters that are banished onto the field, so it can set up quite quick OTKs, which is quite nice. So next we have the Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. This one will allow you to special summon itself when an attack is declared using one of the Crystal Beast monsters. 3k body, and then it allows you to special summon a level 4 alone Crystal Beast monster from your deck. Effects are negated, but it's not really too much to be bothered about. It's got another new card, the Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. So this one's a continuous spell. It allows you to gain an extra normal summon of a Crystal Beast monster. It also allows you to destroy 1 Crystal Beast monster you control in your hand, and if you do, you can add a Crystal Beast spell trap from your deck to your hand. Also, it allows you to place a Crystal Beast monster in your spell and trap zone. Even during the damage step, you can target a card your opponent controls and return both this and that to the hand, so it can be quite good when you lose a Crystal Beast monster by battle. Crystal Bond, so another new ultra rare. This one just allows you to rotor, add any Crystal Beast monster from the deck to your hand, and then you place one with a different name into the spell trap zone, so it allows you to get up to that 7, magic number 7 quite quickly. Next we have the Rainbow Overdragon. So this is the one that I mentioned with the Rainbow Dragon you want to summon off of it. To summon this, all you have to do is tribute a level 10 Ultimate Crystal monster. So then this will allow you to use this and 7 other Crystal Beast monsters to go into the cover monster, the Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive. Got a couple of tokens. So we've got a couple of Jesse Anderson tokens, as he does use these cards in the anime. It's only fitting that he is on the tokens. So starting with the reprints of the main deck monsters, we've got the Ruby Carbuncle. So this one just allows you to special summon as many of the Crystal Beast monsters that are in your spell trap zone as possible when it is special summoned itself. Got the Amethyst Cat. This one can attack directly. The Emerald Tortoise, 2k booty, quite good back in the day, but nowadays it's not going to do too much. Can target a monster you control that attack this turn and changes to defense position though, if that's ever relevant. The Topaz Tiger, this one starts at 16 but it can climb up to 2k when it declares an attack. The Amber Mammoth, this one will allow you to redirect attacks to itself. The Crystal Beast Cobalt Eagles, this one you can target a Crystal Beast card you control, return it to the top of the deck. And then we have the Sapphire Pegasus. This is arguably one of the better monsters you want to be summoning. When it's summoned you can literally place any Crystal Beast monster from your hand, deck or graveyard into your spell and trap zone. And then the idea is you summon the Carbuncle and special summon them all back. So we've got Rainbow Dark Dragon. This one's a bit hard to summon in the deck, but it is an ultimate crystal monster when it's on field, but you do need to banish 7 dark monsters and it can be quite difficult with this deck. Crystal Maker, so we have a Pendulum monster. Just stop your opponents from being able to target ultimate crystal monsters, but it's a card that you're not really going to want to play in this deck. The Crystal Keeper, so the other Crystal Beast monster, Pendulum monster, it will give you pendulum scales of 2 to 5, so you can pendulum summon most of your Crystal Beast monsters. But again, the pendulum effect's not really that relevant. You got Hammond, Lord of Strike and Thunder, so quite a niche effect. Because all the Crystal Beast monsters are considered continuous spells when they're sent to the spell trap zone, you can actually tribute them for the summoning of Hammond. So starting with the first of the good staple reprints, we've got Dimension Shifter. So quite good at the moment in the current meta, does turn off a lot of the top tier decks. Just good overall reprint. Contact Scene, bit of a niche one, can hurt some fusion decks, but it can be outed quite easily. Here we have the Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. So this card notoriously is really expensive, even in its common rarity in the other structure deck it came out in, and it probably will continue to be quite expensive, but it has had its second reprint of this month, but it's still a very good card to add to your collection, worth the structure deck alone. Got Ghost Bell, another great reprint, not too much of a pricey card, but really good card to have in your collection. So we've got Awakening of the Crystal Ultimate, so it's got a couple of niche effects. One of them will allow you to special summon a Crystal Beast monster from your hand deck or graveyard or your spell trap zone, and then the other one can take a Rainbow Bridge card or Rainbow Reflection and add it to your hand and send it to the graveyard. You can use both of these effects if you have an Ultimate Crystal monster on your field. Crystal Aegis, target one Crystal Beast monster you control and destroy it, and then special summon a Crystal Beast token. So it does allow you to get them into the continuous spell trap zone quite quickly and get some more bodies on the field so you can get to that magic number 7. The Ancient City Rainbow Ruins. So the field spell card of the deck gains more effects depending on the amount of Crystal Beast monsters you have face up in the continuous spell trap zone. Got a lot of card effects on there. Rainbow Bridge, literally rotor for your spell traps. You can add any of the crystal spell traps from the deck to your hand. Crystal Beacon, that will allow you to special summon a Crystal Beast monster from your deck. You must have 2 or more Crystal Beast cards in your spell and trap zone to activate it. So it's quite good once you've got your board a little bit set up. You've got Crystal Blessing, target up to 2 Crystal Beast monsters in your graveyard, place those targets in the spell and trap zone. Nice and easy, gets them back on the field, so if you have the Ruby Carbuncle you can special summon them all. So next, Crystal Abundance. So you have to send 4 Crystal Beast cards from your spell trap zone to the grave, and then special summon as many Crystal Beast monsters from your graveyard as possible. So quite good for a good tempo swing. Really simple Crystal Promise, just allows you to target one in your spell and trap zone and special summon it. So Crystal Tree, every time a Crystal Beast monster is placed in the spell trap zone on either player's field, adds a crystal counter onto the card, and then you can use those crystal counters to search your deck for a Crystal Beast monster up to the number of counters that are on the card. Crystal Release is an equipped card that gives your Crystal Beast monsters 800 attack. When it's sent from the field to the grave, you can actually place a Crystal Beast monster from your deck face up in your spell trap zone as well.
Feel free to.
Rare value. So this one, if you control 2 more Crystal Beast monsters spell trap zone, your opponent chooses 1 Crystal Beast monster and places it in your spell trap zone, and then you send the other to the grave, and then you also draw 2 cards. So quite nice. Rainbow Refraction. So this works with the Rainbow Dragon or the Rainbow Dark Dragon. It allows you to special summon any number of Crystal Beast monsters with different names from your deck. It can be quite good if you've got one of those on the field, but a lot of the time you've got the Rainbow Dragon out, you've probably already winning the game. So this one is the card that will allow you to summon the Rainbow Dark Dragon. It makes all Crystal Beast monsters dark in the grave. So that is one way of getting out the Rainbow Dark Dragon. It's just a bit niche. could be experimented with. Another good reprint, Melody of the Awakened Dragon. Allows you to discard a card and add 2 dragon monsters with a certain attack stat up. It's really good for Blue Eyes players to get this reprint, as the other copies have gone up in price a little bit. Foolish Burial Goods, quite good just sending any spell trap in your deck to the grave. Good reprint in Cosmic Cyclone in common, really good staple to have. Can banish a lot of notorious spell cards and trap cards, just like Mystic Mine. So we've got Crystal Boons. This one has special summon to 2 Crystal Beast monsters from your spell and trap zone, and then you gain the life points equal to their attack. Also, if any of the Crystal Beast monsters gets placed in your spell and trap zone while this card is in your grave, you can banish it and then excavate the top cards of your deck and add a Crystal Beast monster you find there, or special summon it. We've got Crystal Miracle, so this one's a spell trap negate. You have to destroy a Crystal Beast monster you control, so it gets it back in that spell and trap zone, and then it just negates the effect. So Crystal Brilliance, a bit niche. You can only control one of it, but each Crystal Beast monster you control gains attack equal to its original defense, and so it can pump them up just a little bit, but that's how far to target just a little bit bigger. Crystal Pair, so when a Crystal Beast monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you place a Crystal Beast monster from your deck into the face-up spell trap zone. And then if you do, you take no battle damage for the rest of this turn as well, so it can be quite good stuff for an OTK. So next we have Crystal Conclave. It allows you to special summon a Crystal Beast monster from your deck when one is destroyed on the field, so it can keep that tempo swing going. Also, you can send this face-up card from the field, target a Crystal Beast monster you control and a card on the field, and return them to the hand. Next we have Ultimate Crystal Magic. So this one is the fusion card. It allows you to send the materials for a Crystal Dragon from deck to the grave when a Crystal Beast monster you control is destroyed by battle. So that's a good way of getting at the fusion boss monster. Counter Gem, this one sends all cards in your spell trap zone to the grave, and then you replace those cards with Crystal Beast monsters from your graveyard, so load up your spell trap zone. Ferret Flames, a good reprint. Dynamorphia players be happy about this one. Metaverse, nice reprint, is limited at the moment. Can activate the field spells straight from the deck on your opponent's turn. And then sort of finish it off with some tokens. So you got the Crystal Beast token. Right, so what do we think of the deck? Overall, the Crystal Beasts can be quite difficult to play, but we'll see how they perform with the new support. In terms of should you purchase the deck, I think just alone on these reprints, even though Ash was just reprinted, she was reprinted in a very high rarity, so it's still quite pricey at £10 a copy. If you've managed to pick those up, great, but if not, you definitely should pick up this structure deck. The common Ashes, as it shows from the structure deck she was in before, they will still soar in price, and these structure decks are really good. The reprints, the loan, worth it. Right, that's all from me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for joining me on the quest for Jank.